If you want to know what is planned for the West tomorrow, look at China today.
إننا نتجه صوب حكم عالمي استبدادي عسكري بالكامل تديره طغمة قليلة تملك السلطة المطلقة وبيدها سن جميع القوانين. إذا نجحوا في ذلك فلن يكون هناك من ملاذ ولا ملجأ للاختباء. فكروا في هذا. راقبت هذا النوع من العالم الذي وفرته لنا الطغمة المسيطرة، وكان علي أن أسأل ما هو نوع العالم الذي سنعيش فيه لو قيدت لهم السيطرة الكاملة والمطلقة على كل فرد منا على وجه المعمورة. في هذا النظام العالمي الجديد الذي يسعون إليه ستؤول السيطرة الكاملة فيه لطغمة قليلة من الناس على حياة جميع البشر من خلال نظام من المراقبة المتطفلة، اضطهاد عنيف من التفرقة الطبقية وعبودية الديون. تخيل وجود جزر صغيرة من الرخاء والازدهار يحيط بها بحر من الشقاء، حيث ستكون مهمات القوى العسكرية حماية الميسورين من المعوزين. تكون لدي الاعتقاد بأن غايتهم القصوى هي بالفعل مشؤومة، ولن يقف شيء في طريقهم لمتابعة تنفيذ خطتهم. بالرغم من صعوبة أن يتقبل الأمريكيون الأمر، بت على يقين من أن أجندة السيطرة على العالم تتضمن أيضاً تقويض سيادة الولايات المتحدة وتدمير قوتها الاقتصادية. بتاريخها العريق من حرية الرأي وثورتها المسلحة، تمثل الولايات المتحدة العقبة الرئيسية أمام تثبيت القوى العالمية. لو أرادوا أن ينجحوا في تقويض هذا البلد، أعتقد أن الطغمة العالمية تنوي نقل القوة والإنتاجية الأمريكية إلى ديكتاتورية عالمية واحدة، والسيطرة تدريجاً على حياتنا بواسطة ما يسميه ديفيد آيك الديكتاتورية الناعمة. إليكم القصة. لقد أغرقونا في الديون لدرجة أننا لن نستطيع تسديدها أبداً. إنهم يحطمون قوة الدولار الشرائية وهم يحاولون استبداله بعملة عالمية خاصة بصندوق النقد الدولي. هذا الضغط باتجاه عملة إلكترونية غير نقدية سيمكن أي قوة مركزية من تعطيل القدرة المالية لأي فرد أو مجموعة في لحظة واحدة.
The United States' initial policy of strongly discouraging, in quotation marks, strongly discouraging citizens from flying proved deadly in its leniency. So they're saying, that
no, keep going.
Okay,
Read it.
proved deadly in its leniency. So they should have been tougher, right? Accelerating the spread of the virus, not just within the United States, but across borders. However, a few countries did fare better. China in particular. The Chinese government's quick imposition and enforcement of mandatory quarantine for all citizens, as well as its instant and near hermetic sealing off of all borders, saved millions of lives, stopping the spread of virus far earlier than in other countries. So the message is here is we have to look towards the Chinese, the oppressive totalitarian Chinese regime as an example of what we need to be doing here. And of course, the ruling class here loves the Chinese regime because they have demonstrated to the ruling class the most efficient form of capitalism, which is authoritarian capitalism.
Now when you walk into, and you're starting to see the emergence of the 5G world in China. So you walk into a restaurant after you've ordered your food, and a camera picks you up and you say, hey, David, welcome, here's your food, right? So, and for every person by 2022, there's going to be, there's 2 cameras for every person. There's two people for every camera in China by 2022.
They have 1 billion right now on surveillance.
Right,
a billion cameras in China right now.
With artificial intelligence for facial recognition, right? So all of this is getting built right now in China. And who's helping them do it? Microsoft, Google, right? All of these companies that want to deploy this world into our country.
They said China imposed draconian measures and was then praised for doing so, but the West lagged behind because of this thing called freedom and democracy, but eventually the West caught up and became also draconian.
So people that don't know, what is this technology in China? Explain how it works and how they track people and how it's become surprisingly even more draconian than it was, because I don't think a lot of people know this.
Well, I've been saying for decades, if you want to know what is planned for the West tomorrow, look at China today. It's no accident that China is right at the center of this whole outbreak, which has gone on to create all this. This is how it works in China. They have millions of face recognition cameras in their cities, gathering in number all the time. And so as you're walking down the street, you are able to be tracked and identified literally in minutes. There have been documentaries that have put someone on the street, and the technology has been challenged to track them and find them. It's taken minutes, gotcha. And so what they're doing, and remember, this is what's planned for the West, and this is why the crazies and the psychopaths in Silicon Valley are so close to China, if the truth be told. You are so tracked in detail in China that they know everything you do all the time, and AI is logging your behavior. And they have something called the social credit system. And when you act in ways that are acceptable to the state, you get credits, social credits. When you act in ways that the state doesn't want you to behave, you get credits taken away. And when you fall below a certain level, consequences kick in. How many people know that millions of Chinese people have been banned from flying? Millions of Chinese people have been banned from going on trains because their social credit score has fallen below the acceptable level. And this is what is possible once you have AI able to track you in detail, minute by minute, in real time, which is what they have in China. What is China? It's a technocracy. That's what it is. And if you look at China today, that's supposed to be the world tomorrow. Because this economic, viral, whatever you want to call it, war, for want of a term, China's meant to win it. And I don't mean the Chinese regime, and I certainly don't mean the Chinese people. I mean the Chinese model. The Chinese structure of society and its authoritarian imposition and AI technocracy, minute by minute, real-time tracking of the population, that is exactly what I've been describing is planned for the world for 30 years.
The Chinese government collect an immense amount of data about their citizens, and they're using it in novel ways to tackle the coronavirus. Every time Wu Ming and I want to leave the apartment complex, she's got to scan her face, and those images, as well as the images from all the CCTV cameras in China, of which there are about 200 million, are fed into a central database and then analysed using machine learning. So it means basically if you're in sight of a camera with about 5 on this crossroads, then it's likely that the Chinese government have analysed your face and know where you are. Another big source of data is the WeChat app. You might have heard of it. So that's WeChat. It's social media and your debit card all rolled into one super app, which is really convenient, but obviously also tracks. So the state know where you are, what you've bought, and what you're saying to friends. That's just the status quo, and the Chinese people generally know about this. The images you see are actually from the state media. But they're using this data to try the highest tech epidemic control ever attempted. So if you get ill in China and you go to a hospital, the hospital will register with the authorities, and the authorities will pull your name down from this big database. And they have an algorithm that will be able to tell you all the different places that you've been in the last 14 days and all the people that you might have been in contact with. So the bread that you bought with the WeChat app, every single citizen has a code, red, amber or green.
I guess you are yellow.
Why?
Why? Because you come to Shanghai, not have 14 days. I'm a green. Some city, only green, you can drive car on the road. If you the other colors, you can't drive on the.
الرجال في السجن، وإذا بقي النساء في البيت يأتي الصينيين ويسكن في هذا البيت. ويعمل ما يشاء.
Xinjiang is the province where the U.S. says China has detained up to 2 million people, nearly all Muslims, in camps over the last few years.
هي المقاطعة التي جعلتها الصين مخبراً لنشر تقنيات التعرف على الوجوه. في كل شارع، في كل مسجد تجد كاميرات المراقبة، فهي تعتقل الذكور والإناث ومن جميع الطبقات الاجتماعية.
مطالبين أيضاً أن يعلنوا حبهم للرئيس وللحزب الشيوعي.
Under the Public Health Control of Infectious Disease Act of 1984. And what that means is this act is there to protect the public from contagious and infectious diseases. Now what's come into play when that came in, and all the rules were changed on April 27th, 2020, they can restrict all your movement, they can tell you where you can go, where you can't go. So you'll be completely controlled.
Everyone needs to know this!
So that is, if you're contaminated, every single thing that you own, all your possessions, your furniture, your clothing, everything that's in your home, everything you've touched, your building will be destroyed. No notice needs to be given for you to be taken and detained. You'll get no prior notice.
What for? Pardon? What for? For breach the Health Protection Act 2020 coronavirus. Regulation 7.
The police have got incredible powers here. It's an offence to say, I don't want that vaccine, without giving a reasonable answer. So you could say, I don't want it, it might harm me, or it's poison, but that might be deemed unreasonable.
Vaccination is not necessary.
Step back. Move back.
VST Enterprises Limited, or Vesti, the UK-based cybersecurity firm, have developed a digital health passport and platform, V-Health Passport, from their revolutionary V-Code and V-Platform technology. They're calling it V-Health. A key worker can present their assigned V-Code, that's a number, you're going to be assigned a number, that's your V-Code, using their smartphone, fob or lanyard printout, which can be scanned outside of the 2-metre safe distancing zone. This can present in-depth information to any healthcare official / blue light service or high level GDPR compliant screen to members of the public to confirm and authenticate their current health status, visualised by a traffic light system, green, amber or red. So a policeman can see whether you're healthy or not. A fireman can see whether you're healthy or not. Other uses of the V-Health Passport are private companies, airlines, hotel chains and sports and leisure organisations that need a return to work passport for their employees and guests. So you see the language, you need a return to work passport for your employees, but here it says guests as well. When I go to a bar and I buy a drink, because this is their technology is about having is about living in a cashless society, so their V platform and V code are about buying things, and they're attaching the health passport application to that. You will be able to see in real time where I am. You are going to be given a V code, a number, and that is going to allow you access to services. If you make a video like this, when is it going to become to the point where they'll be able to turn off accesses to your services? Sorry, you've dissented. You've said something that we don't like. Can't do anything because we've turned your green passport red, and people won't let you in. People won't sell you things until you have seen a health professional. This is fascism. And so they'll be able to see in real time what you're buying, where you are, what you're doing. This is privacy. This is no more privacy at all. The STE are currently using their underlying technology V-Code and V-Platform as part of their contracted work with the United Nations as part of the SDG programme. That's the Sustainable Development Programme 2030, which is about getting people into technology, about 9 billion people by 2030 into their technological system. Please, wherever you are in the world, we need your help. And we need your help now.